Hi everyone. Today is the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, and I want to wish everyone Hashanah Tova, which means Happy New Year, for those who celebrate, and also for those who don't. This has been a very challenging year for the Jewish people, um, and I think it will continue to be challenging for many different reasons. But of course, all connected to what's happening in Israel, what's happening in Gaza. It's very difficult to talk about this year and what this year has been for the Jewish people because of what's happening in Israel, because of what's happening in Gaza. Um, I can't recall a more difficult year in my lifetime being a Jew. Um, there's a lot of reconciliation with what it means to be Jewish and what the Jewish narrative is, the contemporary Jewish narrative, the historical Jewish narrative, and this has always been a question within the context of Judaism, the Jewish people, and it's been one that has been delicious to contemplate. What does it mean to be Jewish? What what kind of Jew am I, etc., etc. This year, that question has become far more complicated because it's not just a Jewish question. It's a question that so much of the world is now participating in because of Israel, and so many people have their own perspective, their own opinion on who the Jews are, and this is, in a way, forcing the Jewish people to be in relationship to the Jewish identity in in new ways, in difficult ways, and I think that there are positive things that come out of that, but there are also a lot of very painful things, because there's not an autonomous Jewish people. Some people want to believe that there are Jews and non-Jews, but there are a lot of Jews like myself whose Jewishness and Judaism is very personal and very specific to me and in my narrative. And for me, it's not been filtered through the Israeli lens. It's always been an ongoing question, and I made the decision to move to Poland in particular to be able to be in conversation with what that means for me and be in relationship to my history as a Jew in Poland. This year, because of the war, it's just a challenge, and it's something that I think is important to acknowledge on the new year, and I know Jews around the world certainly are doing it, and I'm not getting too specific in my use of language for a reason. I'm doing that very consciously because it's very important to me that our focus is not on division but on unity. That we are finding a way to value, to privilege the value of unity right now amongst the Jewish people. But for me, that unity and the importance of unity is a value that must extend beyond just the Jewish people, and there needs to be unity, a push for unity found in the Middle East somehow. And right now, the energy is all on division. I'm not being reductive about the threats of violence that anyone is experiencing, or the violence itself that is being experienced, but we're in a situation where violence is begetting violence is begetting violence, and it needs to stop. I don't know how it does, but it needs to stop, and we need to be focusing on peace. We need to be focusing on unity. And this is my wish for the new year, for the Jewish people, for the Palestinian people, for the people of Lebanon, for all the people of the world. Shana Tova. Let us move back towards the deliciousness of exploring what it means to be a Jew. Because I think it's been a wonderful experience for me to be able to do that. But there's a lot of pain wrapped up in that these days, internal, external, and I hope that we can move beyond that, because I think being Jewish is a wonderful thing, and I think the Jewish people are wonderful. And I would like that to be how we all experience the Jews of the world, and how we get back there or get there is a question that I hope that we can move forward in answering in positive, hopeful ways. Shana Tova.